Dear friends of the Wisdom Path, today I want to talk to you about a topic that is often a bit uncomfortable to discuss, but it is fundamental for our well-being as we age: erectile dysfunction. I know it can be a source of shame for many, but my goal is to provide you with the tools and information you need to understand and face this challenge with as much peace of mind as possible. What I'm going to share today is specifically intended for those who have already surpassed 50 years of age, those who may have noticed certain changes in their intimate lives and are looking for ways to continue enjoying this essential part of our lives. We will address this topic with the respect it deserves, backed by serious studies and data that have been carefully researched by reputable medical professionals and psychologists. Intimacy doesn't have to fade with age with proper care. It can remain alive and meaningful as we grow older. It's natural for our bodies to experience changes, some more visible than others. Erectile dysfunction is one of those conditions that affects many men in their maturity. In general terms, it is estimated that about half of men over 50 experience some degree of difficulty in maintaining a firm and lasting erection. This is not a condemnation or something to be ashamed of. In most cases, it is simply a natural part of the aging process, caused by a series of physical and psychological factors to better understand what is happening. Let's start with the basics. Erectile function is closely linked to blood circulation over time. Our arteries may become less flexible or widen due to plaque buildup, making it more difficult for blood to flow properly, since an erection largely depends on blood flow. Any condition affecting the blood vessels can have an impact. This is particularly relevant for those who suffer from conditions like hypertension, high cholesterol, or diabetes conditions that become more common with age, for example. Recent studies have shown that men with hypertension are up to 70% more likely to develop erectile dysfunction compared to those with normal blood pressure. The same applies to diabetes. Diabetic men are twice as likely to experience erectile problems compared to men without this condition. Another important factor is the role of hormones. Testosterone, which is a key hormone for male sexual function, tends to decrease as men age. However, not all men experience a significant drop in testosterone levels, but those who do may notice a decrease in sexual desire and sometimes greater difficulty responding to sexual stimuli. It's crucial to remember that desire is not simply a physical matter, it is also psychological and emotional. So these changes can influence more than one aspect of intimate life. However, we cannot overlook the psychological component of erectile dysfunction. This is where stress, anxiety, and depression play a significant role. Performance. Anxiety, the constant fear of not measuring up, can become a mental trap when a man starts worrying excessively about failing. During intimacy, his anxiety increases, which in turn makes it more likely to happen. Unfortunately, this cycle feeds itself. Social expectations also influence this issue. The false belief that intimacy must always involve an erection can place unnecessary pressure on both the man and his partner. It's essential to rethink this idea and understand that intimacy goes far beyond physical performance. The good news is that there are many solutions, both medical and therapeutic, that have been proven effective. First, let's talk about lifestyle changes. It's no secret that regular exercise and a balanced diet can work wonders for health activities, like walking, swimming, or yoga. Not only improve circulation, but also reduce stress levels, which in turn can have a positive impact on erectile function. Eating more fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats like olive oil also helps keep arteries clean and the heart healthy. Quitting smoking and reducing alcohol consumption are also important steps. Tobacco, for example, damages blood vessels, which can limit blood flow to the intimate areas. As for medical treatment, there are several options. Medications that improve blood flow to the genital areas are well known, but it's important to clarify that they are not a magic solution. These medications, while effective, must be prescribed by a doctor and taken with caution, as they can have side effects. Not all men are ideal candidates for these drugs, especially those with certain heart conditions or who take medication for high blood pressure. Hormone therapy is also an option for some men. If testosterone levels are particularly low, the doctor may suggest hormone replacement therapy, but always with close monitoring. As this treatment carries risks, testosterone is not just about sexual desire, it also affects energy, mood, and bone health. So maintaining its balance is crucial for overall well-being. I can't stress enough the importance of communication within the couple. Sometimes the pressure to perform during intimacy can affect both the man and his partner. Partner, the key is to be open talk about what each person feels, what worries them, and what they both expect from their intimate relationship. It's important to remember that sexual satisfaction is not measured only by frequency or duration, but by emotional connection and shared pleasure. Intimacy and maturity can be as rich and meaningful as it was in youth. Although perhaps in a different way, caresses, tenderness, gestures of love and mutual understanding are just as important as any other type of intimate interaction for those who prefer a more natural approach. There are also devices like vacuum pumps that can help improve the body's response without the need for medication. These devices work by creating a vacuum around the intimate areas, increasing blood flow and facilitating intererection. While it may not be the most glamorous option, many couples find it to be an effective solution, especially when other methods don't work or are recommended. Now, I want to emphasize that erectile dysfunction is not something that should be faced alone. If you feel overwhelmed or insecure, seek support, whether through a sex therapist, a doctor, or a support group. It's important to remember that you are not alone in this. Sexual health is part of our overall quality of life, and there are many ways to improve it with the right help. Finally, I want you to leave with a clear idea. A real dysfunction in old age is not the end of a fulfilling sexual life. With the right information, open communication, and support from the right professionals, it is possible to continue enjoying rich, satisfying, and meaningful intimacy. Mature sexuality doesn't have to resemble that of youth, but it can be just as rewarding if approached with the right attitude. Remember, sexual well-being is a fundamental part of overall well-being. Don't underestimate the importance of taking care of yourself, both physically and emotionally. And as always, here at Sabia Vest Sexuality and Health, we are here to help you navigate these topics with respect and knowledge.